Good morning. Hey, Joyce. How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Oh, my goodness. We made it to Monday. We made it to Monday, Joyce. All right. You're on this video, too. All right. But I hope everyone had a wonderful, wonderful weekend and Father's Day. Hope all the fathers celebrated Father's Day. Oh my goodness. But this is a beautiful day. This is a day that the Lord has made. We're rejoicing. And yes, glory to God. I tell you, this is a day that the Lord has made, and we're rejoicing and we're glad in it. Our friends, that's going on by here, I'm telling you, it's just good to be alive in the land of the living. Again, we hope everybody had a wonderful weekend, and the fathers celebrated Father's Day, and I hope everyone had a great time. I tell you again, it's a beautiful morning this morning, and we're beginning to start a new week. I'm Gigi. Come on and get your 1,000 steps in. Walking 1K with Gigi. We got to move. We got to move. There's a lot of benefits in walking. But I have a gem nugget for y'all today. Gem nugget for y'all. And our daily bread reminds us that we should be generous to others as God has been generous to us. So my gem nugget, I'm calling it remember and do. Remember and do. There's a song by Donna Lawrence that says, don't forget to remember where all your blessings come from. Don't forget to give honor where honor is due. You know, in the beginning of that song, the soloist is saying, sometimes where we get where we're going, we forget where we came from and how we needed things and so forth. And in Deuteronomy, the 24th chapter, there was a law that God had implemented called gleaning. Good morning, good morning. And what it was about, when people went out to harvest, they were supposed to leave. Don't go back and pick up everything, but leave something for those behind, especially for foreigners, the widows, the orphans, and so forth. And so in Deuteronomy, the 24th chapter, it begins, God says, do not deprive the foreigner of the fatherless of justice, or take the cloak of the widow as a pledge. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord your God redeemed you from there. That is why I command you to do this. And then he went a little further. He says, when you harvest the grapes in your vineyard, do not go over the vines again. Leave what remains for the foreigner, the fatherless, and the widow. Remember, here we go again. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt. That is why I command you to do this. And see, we need to keep this cycle of generosity going. Just as God was generous to the Israelites to bring them out, and to others, we have to keep that cycle going. Daily Bread reminds us that believers in Jesus are similarly urged to be generous. Paul reminds us, though Christ was rich, yet for your sake he became poor, that you through his poverty might become rich. We give because he gave to us. So when we remember how good God has been to us and how generous that he's been to us, we need to reciprocate and do the same thing back, especially to what it says, the foreigner, the stranger, the widow, the orphan. So we should not forget where our blessings come from, and don't forget to do to others as God has done unto us. That's why I'm calling this remember and do. Just don't remember, don't just get amnesia, after God has brought you out. Remember to do unto others like God did unto you. That's what happened with Ruth. You know, Ruth was a foreigner, and her mother-in-law came back, and she started gleaning in the fields of Boaz. Now, Boaz could have said, "Oh, you're a stranger, you're this, you're that," and but said no. He left things on purpose. He left the leftovers on purpose so that those that were orphans and widows could pick up the hand. Y'all know the end of that story. Guess what? Ruth ended up owning the field with Boaz that she was gleaning. I tell you, God will just bring it right on back to you. If you don't forget how generous God has been to you, and you are generous to others. That's all I got today. That's my Gem Nugget. Remember and do. Don't forget to subscribe to the Gem Nugget channel so you don't miss any of these nuggets. Oh, they are just treasures, nuggets, as I share each morning. And you don't want to miss getting your walk in and listening to me as you get your walk in. So you be blessed. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.